Subscribing to the True Potential YouTube channel is quick and easy. Simply go to your YouTube app on your phone, type in True Potential and press the red subscribe option. You'll then be notified as and when new videos are released.
Good morning everybody, welcome back to Morning Markets on Monday the 7th of September. As you can see, a different venue today, back in the office in Newcastle as we start to rotate everyone through the office over the coming weeks. Turning to markets, what's been happening, looking back at last week, we had a relatively volatile end to the week on Thursday, less so on Friday. Just looking at that and putting some context around that, we saw growth equities underperform towards the end of last week with the volatility that Barney and George have spoken about. What did we see then over the course of the week? That meant that the Nasdaq was down 3.3% over the course of the week. So a relatively sizable move in comparison to what we've seen over the past number of weeks and indeed months, where we have been gently, I suppose, trending upwards in markets. Why was that? Various different speculations as to what has been happening there. You'll have seen in the press today some speculation about the activities of SoftBank in some of the options markets or the derivatives markets that may have impacted that. Turning then just to the other asset markets over the course of last week, little sort of change in sovereign yields with the US 10-year moving out to 72 basis points. Again, unchanged over the week, but volatility through that period. So I suppose the key theme to take away from last week was a spike up in volatility and something for us to be aware of over the coming weeks. Looking to the week ahead, a number of interesting reports for us to look at. We get second quarter GDP numbers from Japan. We have the ECB meeting, which will give us an indication as to how the ECB are thinking about deploying or how it has been deployed, the response that they've taken to COVID-19, but also a reassessment of their economic projections, and that'll come on Wednesday, so we'll be looking out for that. Overnight in Asia, we've seen export and import data come through from China. Very strong exports up some 9.5% year on year in August. Again, building on that trend that we've seen over the past number of months. The other side of that, imports continue to decline, so falling minus 2.5% year on year. That just builds on the trend that we saw over the past couple of months. So that, I think, is something to watch out, just as we're seeing strength in exports, but the imports into the domestic economy not being as strong as has been expected. That also then feeds into some of the other data points that we're looking at for the week ahead. We'll get to see, or we'll hear, some discussions around what's happening in Brexit. Why is that something that we're looking at? Just given the news that's come out over the weekend about the various different negotiation tactics that are there. We've seen sterling fall against the euro some 50 basis points this morning, so an indication of the concern that the market has for the direction of those discussions. That's it for today. Please join us over the coming days as we're back in the office here in Newcastle, and also if you're finding the morning markets useful, please do like it on YouTube. Thanks very much.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the True Potential YouTube channel. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, let us know in the comments.